Hello everyone, welcome to a new tutorial presented by the SHRDB. In this video, we are going to see the different platforms which are involved with octave programming. Before seeing the different platforms involved with octave programming, we need to have a brief introduction on what is octave programming. Octave is a programming language which is involved with mathematical calculations. Just like C and C++ with JavaScript, you realize that there are some operations in mathematics which can be performed, such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. And the order of usage of this different operation is with respect to this order. The first one, we're starting with bracket, then of, division, multiplication, addition, and lastly subtraction. And this is why, if you have this this equation given to you, you first consider the bracket as being the first order, and what inside the bracket are first going to be solved, then they are going to be divided. Now, in this last one here, you're going to consider first the division, because division has priority. Then you have multiplication and all that. Now let's come back again to the introduction of octave to octave programming. So octave programming is a programming language which is involved in mathematical solution, mathematical equations. Now this different octave is very similar to C and C++ language. But the small difference with octave is that it is much more precise with taking and involving or using mathematical equations without using a very large memory space in the machine. Another thing to note again with C and C++ is that C and C++ and Java are languages which are interactive. When you have a C program, realize that you are going to interact with the machine. Let's go and take a small C program we have already created. So this is a small program which was created in C++. This is a small program which was created in C++. So this is a small program which has been created in C. Now, realize that a C program is an interactive program. So if I come here and I compile, then no error is shown to me, then I run. So we have the value of area. Now we are capable of changing this C program such that we can ask a value to the user as an input. So let's say that I want to scanf, and then I want to place now inside the value. In order to place a value inside the machine, let's say I'm going to create now variables. So one variable is going to be number. So I'm going to place it in percentage f, then I paste comma and get number as such. I place in the address of number. Now let's say we have this small code, and now we have to place here that there is a float number. I place semicolon, so I initialize it first to 0. So this is our code. So we can still compile and then run. So when we do this, we have this. Then the value of number is that, and you are being asked to enter again another number. So we see that I can place 45, and then the program is broke. Now from here we see that the C program is much more of an interactive. C and C++ program are much more of interactive program. While in case of octave programming, you realize that octave is much more a program where the user is at the same time the programmer. So that is the difference between C program and C and C program and octave programming. An octave programmer is at the same time the user of that program. This is similar to MATLAB. So all of them are involved with mathematical operations. The basic mathematical operations that you're going to see here are going to be addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. And octave programming, unlike C and C++, you are not required to again to create packages or to place the preprocessors of math.h in order to call mathematical functions inside the platform to be used. Realize that octave programming already provides you all the mathematical function, and immediately you want to use it, you can enter in your script mode. Now I've used a word called script mode. Need to know that there are different forms of programming. We can program in scripts, and we can still program with a compilation format, where we all write in bulk as seen with this program here. See here that every code is written in bulk, and all of them are compiled to give now the end result, which is this program here. So this is the end result of all the code which has been written. Now octave now exists now in this two main method. It will exist now in the script mode, and it also exists in the bulk form. Now you need to know that a script mode is when we write a program in script format. You need to know that that program is interpreted. As you're going to see, octave programming has interpreted codes. You see that when I'm going to write now 45 plus 22, as you're going to see in the next tutorials, you're going to see that immediately the answer are going to be given, rather than in a C and a C++ program where you are all writing your code in a bulk form and then compile it. So this to show a brief introduction to octave. So what we need to know or put in mind is that octave is a programming language which is based with mathematical functions, a mathematical equation which they are solving and give the result. And the next point, the first point, is that octave programming is based with mathematical equations and solutions. The next point to note again is that octave is existing both in a script format and a bulk format, where you can write each of your code in one line, and then the answer is given on the other line. So this is why in the script format octave is said to be interpreted and not compiled. So those are the two main things you have to note. The last thing you need to note on octave programming is that octave is a programming language where the user is at the same time the programmer. It is not an interactive program as in C and C++, where a program has been created and the user can just come and see a window open to it and open to him, and he uses the program. What happens with octave is that every lines of code which are placed in by the programmer is what the programmer needs to see on the screen. That is, the programmer is at the same time the user. So from here we have seen a brief introduction to octave programming. So let's see the next tutorial, but first say thanks for your kind attention.